Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about yet another bootable flash drive tool you could use to do things such as repair your Windows installation, reinstall Windows, and fix other types of problems. So this one's called Bob.Omb Modified Win10PE64. So this is another one of those all-in-one toolkits you could use to do a variety of things, similar to Hiren's Boot CD or Medicat. So this one's a little older, but we figured we would show this to you anyways, and you can use this on older systems, and you could still use it on Windows 11 systems. All right, so once you download it, it's a big zip file here, 2.37 gigabytes. So then I have it extracted here. And within that, you'll have the ISO file here, which is 3 gigabytes. Then you have some other options here, depending on what you want to do. You could even set up a Pixie server. So it has some Mac OS instructions, some legacy instructions, and then some instructions for secure boot. So if you're doing Windows 11, you're going to want to do the secure boot option here. And then there's also a README file here. So if you open that here, it kind of tells you what to do. You have option 1 for legacy and UEFI secure boot. So if you're using Windows 11, you're going to want to use this option here. Then it also has a tool you could use. So you can use other tools like Rufus, but I don't think it supports secure boot, so you might have some problems with that. So supposedly this burn tool app here will do a better job of creating your flash drive. And then we have option 2 here for legacy and UEFI. You could use Rufus. And then you have the Mac OS instructions here. All right, so let's go into option 1 here. You can see you have the burn tool app and a README file here. You have to drag and drop because if you double click it, says you have to do so. All right, so let's try this out here. All right, so I have 128 gig flash drive here ready to go. So we're going to need to open another window, which I have open here. So I could drag and drop onto it. So let's see how this works. All right, so we need to pick our disk, so make sure you pick the right one here. So this is our PNY flash drive here. And click on Burn. Tells you everything's going to be erased, so another good reason to make sure you pick the right one. All right, so this will take several minutes here, so I will pause the video and then be back when it's done. And you can see here Windows thinks we need to format the drive and it's not accessible any longer, so that's fine. All right, we'll be right back. All right, so the flash drive has been created. Click OK here. So you can see we have a boot files drive and a WinPE drive here. So let's look at disk management. All right, so that's how our flash drive looks, just like that. All right, so now I'm going to reboot the computer with the Bob.Omb flash drive and we'll see how it works. All right, loading files. We have a Windows 10 style logo. These newer ones will have a Windows 11 style logo on the boot up process. All right, loading the environment. All right, so you can see he's running on Windows 10 Enterprise. We have some icons down here for the language, network information, keyboard information for on-screen keyboard, swap and hardware, volume we don't really care about, date and time we don't really care about, command prompt here, file explorer here, Windows 10 style. All right, then we have this PC on the desktop, which will take us to the same place. All right, so for this one, they're all under all programs and they're categorized here in these specific folders. Then we have run option, control panel if you want to check that out. You tell us the Windows 10 style. Network, this PC, OneDrive we don't care about, downloads we don't care about, personal folder we don't care about. All right, then we have any desk here for remote access, even malware bytes. Internet Explorer, which will probably not work since it's not supported. All right, so let's check out the programs here real quick. So I'm just going to go through these so you can see what's on it, because that's the point of this video, just to see what you have available here. All right, so you have install and repair Windows. So if you look at the README file before you create your flash drive here, there is a note about adding the Windows ISO file before doing so. There's some instructions here. See how it says download the official ISO and put them in the OS images folder on the thumb drive. So you'd have to do that first if you're going to use this to install Windows. All right, then we have accessibility options here, which is not going to really help you out for anything here. Accessories, typical things here, not too many system tools. All right, here's where we get into some of the more important tools for backup, True Image, even Ghost and Macaroon Reflect 8, the free version. So we did a video on how you can install and still use the version 8 for this to clone your drive and do backups, like so. Recover your keys, show your keys. Device Manager, which is part of Windows. HW Info, Speccy, driver information, plug and play details. All right, file tools. File recovery here, Agent Ransack, that's a good one. Find some duplicates, data recovery, file shredder, that's always nice. Recover to restore deleted files. More data recovery tools. Even WinMerge. And then we even have 7-zip and WinRAR. All right, then we have some forensic style tools, even Near Launcher, that's a good one. Process Hacker. Searching tools, even some sysinternals tools. Those will come in handy for sure. All right, hard drive tools. GUI version of check disk, disk drill, disk part GUI. Partition master, even some cloning tools. You want to wipe your drive with kill disk. Manage your partitions here. Partition recovery, Shadow Explorer to get some files back. Tree Size Pro to see what's taking up space on your drive. And some disk conversion tools. So MBR to GPT, disk to VHD, that's always a good one. All right, some imaging tools. Image burn, that's a classic. Even Rufus. All right, network tools. A lot of these are not going to be helping you. Internet Explorer, probably not FileZilla, definitely not OneDrive. PuTTY will come in handy for sure. Maybe WinSCP if you're trying to connect to an FTP site. Then again, FileZilla would be fine for that too. All right, registry tools. Classic registry editor, registry manager. Remote control tools, AnyDesk again, Quick Assist, which is part of Windows. Remote desktop connection, which is part of Windows. Then the classic team viewer. And we have some security tools here. Password changer, password reset, PC unlocker. So just keep in mind for these password reset tools, they're going to be for local accounts. You're not going to be able to reset your Microsoft account with them. All right, some anti-ransomware tools here. Antivirus tools. Encryption tools, Veracrypt is a good one. And then we have system tools here. Command prompt, computer management, disk management, firewall information, some PE tools, PowerShell, of course, and some settings. All right, so you can see there are quite a bit of tools in here. A lot of these all-in-one recovery flash drive things have, a lot of the same tools. Some will have ones that others don't have, so it's all going to depend on what you need. And of course, you could use something like Ventoy and put them all on one big flash drive if you want to do that as well. And then when you're done, you could just come here, restart or shut down, and get back into Windows, assuming you fixed your problem. All right, so I'll put a link in the description where you could download the Bob.Omb ISO file and all the supporting files, and then you could try it out for yourself and see how it works for you. And we also have a playlist with all these other tools that we've checked out, so I'll put a link to that in the description as well. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.